Hi, my name is Carly McLaughlin, and I'm the Membership and Development Manager for the Colorado Business Committee for the Arts. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're very appreciative of you and everyone in our community right now who's banding together to help the arts and cultural sector weather this tough time. In just a moment, we'll hear from Bianca McCon as she speaks about the impact of the arts through poetry. Then we'll hear from some of our community leaders about the importance of the arts in our economy and CBCA's impact. You'll also hear from CBCA Board Chair Chris Ross as we ask for your support to help us continue responding to the immediate and long-term needs of the arts, cultural, and business sectors amidst COVID-19. We plan to wrap up just before noon, so please stick around as we take you on a journey through this program. And if at any point today you would like to contribute to CBCA, you can text CBCA now, that's all one word, to 76278. And with that, I'd like to introduce Bianca McCon. Bianca is an artivist, educator, performer, and community liaison. She works with some of our amazing local youth art education organizations like Youth on Record and Think 360 Arts. In 2018, a CBCA commissioned Bianca to craft and perform a poem specifically for our economic activity study of Metro Denver culture. And we've asked her to share that with you all today. So while 2018 was a much different time when she first wrote and performed this poem, it's still so relevant as it speaks to the vital role the arts play in our communities and our economy, which hasn't changed. So take it away, Bianca.
Thank you so much, Carly. I am so appreciative of this opportunity and then also what CBCA does and continues to do, especially in these trying times. And I love this poem. I love the opportunity to write this poem for CBCA, and it really resonates. I'm thankful to have been requested for this because it's given me extra energy. There are a million paths to genius, many of which are swathed in shades of simile. We are the collection of sights and sounds, movements which came before, spreading in Fibonacci sequences, collecting our very selves and each neighbor, folding 0 into 1, 1 into 1, 1 into 2, 2 into 3, 3 into 5, and so on, until 11,820 and more tender homes are lit, glowing testaments to the sacred value of how we might break laborious pattern, this truest mechanism to tickle a mind, stave off mundanity. What is the work with no whistle? We wear goosebumps, induced by a perfectly pitched note, the scent of home in a master chef's kitchen, and maybe not every foot hungers to shift and slide while in the presence of rhythm. But every eardrum does vibrate. Call it dancing all the same. These elements move us. The first bones developed in humans are those in the middle ear. Rate, frequency, speed, amplitude, terms of this visceral transaction. The remarkable sensation in the certain ring of a baby's giggle, the sing-song of congratulations or happy birthday, the velvet and rough and smooth and changing, tapping vivid visions onto a hungry palm, the gasp of these saturated perceptions. We can't help but live art. Rising as raw material for creation, our various gaits and demeanors stand in symphonic contrast. A thump of chest or steady ear held to such readily offers reference for our inherent beat. How we compose awareness to the tempo of racing pulses, and certainly this is poetry. There do exist beings who read each moment and recognize when the best sustenance one might offer is a song or a prayer the low tone of condolence, jubilation of merger, dimensions within the technical. Business without art is a room with no windows, a prison composed of gold, every door locked with guards and prisoners indiscernible, still offered emancipation through the dreams of an architect. Our inexplicable hunger, mothering each invention, constructed by curious multitudes, contributing 946 million collective claps of palm, tips of hat and curtsy to these articulations of human spirit. Dare we treat each new sculpture or sound as invitation? Dare we practice delicate reception of a precious gift, an occasion to know, feel, and claim, ground common enough to steady our view of this trembling globe, of these pecuniary inadequacies, calibration of our connection? Dare we traverse the rugged gulf isolating our most defensive perspectives? And of course, dare we not? And also, why wouldn't we, when it seems the only sustainable safety we'll be afforded is through allowing each being to firmly possess balanced governance of their own narrative? We dare demonstrate these quaint impossibilities in a nest of brushstrokes, in a scripted reverie, in a soundscape, in a dance, performed simply and explicitly for the enterprising hope of inspiring an idle spirit and a ravenous heart to consider, to dare, to feel together. Thank you.
Thank you, Bianca. That's such a beautiful testament to our creative economy in the best of times, which we'll be striving to return to in the wake of the pandemic and this economic crisis. Now I'd like to share a little bit about CBCA's impact with you as we hear from some of our friends and community leaders talk about what CBCA means to them.
Business needs the arts and the arts need business. I think we need to recognize that the arts is a big business.
It's important that businesses invest in arts and culture because it's an incredible way of connecting to the community.
I think it's really important for businesses to support the arts because artists are problem solvers.
One of the roles that CBCA plays that I value probably the most is their role as an advocate for the arts, not only in our communities, but at a state level.
For almost 20 years, our organization have worked together with CBCA to measure the economic impact of arts and creative industries in the Metro Denver and Colorado economy. It's really critical if business is going to attract the talent that we need to continue to grow our economy, that we're investing in our creative industries to make sure that this is a place that skilled workforce wants to be.
Having a place that is beautiful and having access to museums and a vibrant art and music scene and dance scene is part of what makes businesses want to come.
My first interaction and experience with CBCA was through one of their workshops. I attended one that was on intellectual property law with an attorney, which is hugely helpful to get that kind of information for my business.
I think Leadership Arts is probably one of my favorite programs that CBCA puts on. I knew that I could apply my business skills, but I didn't know what all of the different aspects were of governing a nonprofit board. And there are so many things that a business person can add and bring to the table.
NIDAD is an opportunity for CBCA members and their employees to come experience an arts venue for an evening that maybe they wouldn't be able to take advantage of otherwise.
In order to have a vibrant creative economy, we need successful artists, and we also need infrastructure and business supporting those artists. And they're a great connector of all those resources.
So the artists need that economic engine in order to continue to fuel their work, and we need the art in order to continue to fuel our work.
The things that we like best about CBCA is it gives an intersection for business leaders to say, hey, I want to be involved in the arts, but I may not know the breadth and depth of all of the programs in our community. CBCA is a place where business leaders can go and get exposure to that and find out what meets their passion and where they can plug in to support the arts community and creative arts statewide.
So this is the point in the program where we ask you to help CBCA continue its mission to elevate the creative economy by connecting arts and business. We've invited Chris Ross to share more. Chris?
Hello, my name is Chris Ross, and I'm chair of the board for CBCA, and we're asking for your support today so that CBCA can continue responding to the immediate and long-term needs of the arts, culture, and business sectors amidst COVID-19. As a champion of artists, cultural organizations, and creative industries, CBCA advances Denver and Colorado as a cultural hub, strengthens the cultural vitality of Colorado communities, and demonstrates that art is smart for business and essential to our economic recovery. It's undeniable that the creative sector needs our support now more than ever. Your gift will help CBCA continue to build capacity for arts and cultural organizations and support working artists and creative enterprises across Colorado. Your gift will help keep businesses connected to and engaged with their local arts community, inspiring innovation and creativity at a time when we need it most. We know that a thriving arts sector drives economic growth. Invest in your local creative economy today by donating to CBCA. And did I mention that that in 2020 is CBCA's 35th anniversary? In honor of this milestone, please consider giving an increment that celebrates this special year and CBCA's legacy. Whether it's $3.50, $35, or $350, we ask that you give what you can. Every gift, large or small, will help us get closer to our goal of $3,500 today for Giving Tuesday Now. You can give by texting CBCA Now to 76278, again 76278, or by donating at the link provided in the description.
Thank you, Chris, and thanks to all of you for your support and for tuning in today. If you joined late and want to watch the entire recording, we'll be posting it to our Facebook page later today, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you again, and be well.